Hello YouTube, it's Annabella here, and just to let you know, today I am doing this month's Doctor Who figurine collection review, part 54 and part 55, and it is Classic versus New Who. Part 54 features the Foretold, which is a somewhat neglected mummy from the Vampire, Werewolf and Mummy monster mash that is out there, and I'm really pleased that we managed to get a new monster, except a reinvention of an old monster into a new monster for Doctor Who. This episode aired on the 11th of October 2014. Here is the monster right here, and the 11th Doctor is played by Peter Capaldi. I've also got out the 3rd Doctor and the new Dalek, which I'll talk to you about in my next review, which will be straight after this one because I do 2 in 1, as you know. So this is part 54, The Foretold, Mummy on the Orient Express. I actually really enjoyed this episode. I thought it was really cool and inventive. The figure is looking absolutely great. Great detail on the ribs there. The face could have done with a little bit of work, but I still think it's pretty awesome. And I'll give it a full cheese board twirl in a minute. Part 54, so there's the mummy, also called The Foretold, 11th October 2014, and the magazine. So here we go. You get The Foretold, full steam ahead, 1989 Part 1, The Big Ask, and James Corden in The People Who. And then we get a nice advert for issue 55, or Part 55, which features the Supreme Dalek. It's the 3rd Doctor story, and it's from the planet of the Daleks. The figure is here. So we've got the 3rd Doctor here, and the Supreme Dalek from the planet of the Daleks. So I'll put those there. 12th Doctor here, from Flatline, and the 3rd Doctor is from the Green Death, respectively. So here's the Foretold figure up close and in detail. His arm is outstretched, reaching for a person, and he features bandages, or his main costume. He's got some skin that's still left on his feet that are brown. And he does have, once again, a superb spinal feature there. Getting nice and close so you can see him without it blurring. That would be ideal. So there he is. There's the face. You can just make out his teeth, which are a slightly different whiter white than the beige. And his ribs, which are just here. Excellent detail and excellent work on this figure, I think. So, there's the top. Focus! Cursed machine. There we go. His fingertips are brown, and his bandages are hanging down. So, that's him. I'll put the 12th Doctor next to him to get a full comparison. He is pretty light for a figure. There's his bottom. So there they are, for height and scale purposes. So that's that figure. I am going to move on to part 55 now, which features this lovely blinged up Dalek here. So we'll just put those. So there, the Foretold next to the Supreme Dalek from the planet of the Daleks, whizzing round. I will do a detailed review of the Dalek after I've looked at the magazine. So part 55 is here. It's got a lovely luscious green background. The episode aired on the 7th of April 1973. The Doctor was the 3rd Doctor, is played by Peter Capaldi, and it's the planet of the Daleks. So let's have a look. It was a unique monster according to the book or the magazine. We've got the Supreme Dalek, Destination Daleks, 1989 Part 2, which means we're coming up to the 90s. Uh-oh, nearly time for cancellation. By the guy who also, cough, cough, developed the Millennium Dome. Anyway, less said about that, the better. The Big Ask and the People Who, Noel Clarke. I will show you the what's on the back of part 55 because that's telling you what is the next issue. But here is the Supreme Dalek next to the 3rd Doctor. So for scale purposes, I'm going to take him away and we're going to have a look at this paint job. It's got a rounded base at the front. It is not pointed at all. And it's quite thick, as you can see from my finger. It's black, and then it's got gold on it. Gold Dalek bumps, technical term. And its whisk and sink plunger are its whisk is also its weapon, is silver, and the sink plunger is silver with a black plunger at the top. It's got a little bit of red on the eye stalk there, but it is mostly black and silver, and it contains, instead of completely round ping pong balls for lights, it has actually got cylindrical ones, and they're not round at the top, which is unique. So I'm going to spin it round so you get a full view of him. There's his front view. Let's see if it will focus for me. Probably not, because it's just annoying. Come on, you can do it, little camera. There we go. So there's the detail for you. I'm just going to put John Pertwee's third Doctor next to the Dalek and give them a spin. So there we are. Hope you've enjoyed this review. I've enjoyed reviewing these figures. I'm going to put the Foretold there and Peter Capaldi there and give them a last spin round. Look at the detail on those bandages. It's looking good. And you can see his spine very nicely just there. Sorry about that. It was my hand knocking the camera. Silly me. So there we go. And you can see his ribs just in there. See the red on the Supreme Dalek there and the roundness of its base. It also highlights to me how the 12th and the 3rd Doctor look quite a lot alike. So there we go. And next time, part 56 features, OMG, this is so cool, the first Doctor, as played by the late and great William Hartnell, also known as Bill Hartnell, and the episode is The Reign of Terror. That is going to be so cool. I am so excited for this episode. Well, this part. Not to episode. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, it's going to be absolutely cool. And Doctor Who in 1990. Ooh, the excitement. Yeah, so that's going to be cool. Hope you enjoyed this review. I'm sorry I've not got all my figures out, but I thought I would streamline it and just focus on the Doctor and respective monster. Hope you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed doing it. And a lingering look at that. Isn't that epic? Bye!